we can say that we have one variable, and let's call it num variable, and this num variable is having 50 value. At the runtime, if it is divisible by any text, let's see what the output looks like. So output is NaN. Why? Because this is not making any sense to the interpreter that a number is divisible by any text or any not a number field. So that's where it converted this into NaN. Similarly, if you want to check whether this is NaN or not, because the condition may come, and the way we are doing the exception handling at the runtime, we may want to check a couple of things like this. So what we can do is we can create another variable, let's call it check variable, and we can put the same condition here, num var and divide by text. If I need to see whether this check var is num or not, is NaN or not, so what I can do is I can console.log and I can print is NaN check var. This will return me boolean. So let's look at the output. Should return, did I made any mistake here? Num var check var.
So last N is also capital.
This one. Yeah, thanks. So if we do, so it returns true, which means that NaN is true for this particular variable, which is check variable. So that's where the way we are like handling the null exception while checking, while doing like the value is null or not, same way we can check for NaN as well using this method. Also, the next thing that I want to talk about, infinity, let's check for the infinity quickly as well. So what if this is divided by 0? Let's look at the output. So output, so one is false, another one output NaN. So this is not making any sense here. So output infinity, so we know about it, it is just another type that it returns if it is divisible by 0. So you should be able to expect these kind of values, and you can change the logic in your program accordingly, right? And then to talk about some of the numbers conversion, so while someone did it for parseInt, from number to string, if something needs to be converted like this one, this can also be possible, where we can use this number dot to string, and then so what it says on the document that I am referring, it is saying that by default JavaScript displays the number as base 10 decimals, whereas if we convert to a different base from base 2 to base 36, so this can convert into a string. And the example that they showed is this one. Let me just copy it. So what it does, it took a number as 32, and then it is going to print this value in the paragraph. And by default, let me just make this a little clearer. So what it is doing, it is just first printing 32, and then in the decimal, okay, in the decimal it is taking a base number as 10, whereas hexadecimal it is taking 16. Seems like this is missing. We can change this to here as well. We can change its base, actually what this is trying to say. Let's try to make the print. So with 32, this is the value. With 10 as a base, this is the value. With hexadecimal, it converts to 20, where with octal, this converts to 40. So which means like it is converting the number to different base type and then printing its value. So is this clear? Like if the base is changed to binary, we know how to convert the number to binary, right? You all are from the computer background. Number one is if there is any value which you want to convert to number. So one method is to go for this, and I think Naman did this way, Shukrat, and the other person did with the % way. Similarly, if you want to convert this into the parse into the float, you can go for parse float method, and this can convert your given parameter into that way. This is fine. And now this is important. Let me show you this, guys. So we can also define some of the properties in the number, where the max value returns the largest number possible value in the JavaScript, min value returns the smallest number possible value in JavaScript, and whereas positive infinity represents infinity returned on overflow, negative infinity represents negative infinity returned on overflow. NAN represents not a number. So NAN we already talked about it, but let's look one of the example for min or max value. So this example which talks about that there is one variable which is of number type, and then what should be the value, so that you, whenever you are programming your logic, you should be able to choose between max and min value according to this number range. So I'm commenting it out since it's .html, so this can go on to the so this is the maximum value of a number, whereas if we change it to min value, this is the minimum value, right? This is an exponential way of writing, so we can convert this to like the number format. I'm sure that you should be able to correlate it with the numbers actually, right? Any confusion here? So I'm not going to talk about what are the positive infinity, but negative infinity, you can use those properties of number and you should be able to do it really well.